let me go now and get to the timestamp. It is
Jesus.
because this is a fun little moment. So we're at, just set it up. We're at ringside. This is after the replay and the attack and Boo and Cactus going at it. We got primetime Brian Lee, Les Thatcher, and Cactus at ringside, and Les is interviewing the two of them. Let's play it and see what happens. Boo is going to come out, and we'll go from there.
Has been made between you and Lance Storm.
That's right, Les. I told you last week that Lance and I would get together and we'd do Cactus a favor, and we did. We flipped a coin, and I lost, so I get to be Cactus' partner.
How do you feel about that now, Jack?
I feel pretty good, because 6 years ago, this young man stepped in a wrestling ring with me for his very first match. Young, innocent, his future right out in front of him. To look at him now, dirty, mean, with the sins of the world painted across his face, does my heart proud. Because as much as I hate to go back into the 70s and quote KC and the Sunshine Band, that's the way, I like it. Because we're gonna have to get down, bang, bang, and get real dirty at Thanksgiving Thunder. We got Boo Bradley, who I've got to knock some sense into, and Chris Candido, who you might as well slap the taste out of, and together I guarantee you we're going to accomplish both goals at Thanksgiving Thunder.
So this is going to be your big Thanksgiving feast, right, Brian?
That's exactly right. Cactus Jack and Primetime together once again.
All right, prime time, Brian Lee and Cactus Jack.
Well,
we'll
wait.
be right back after this.
We're going to keep it right here. There's Boo Bradley out here. Let's keep it right here if we can. What's he doing out here by himself, and where's Miss Tammy?
Cactus, I just wanted to say sorry for doing that to you last week, because I knew you just wanted to be my friend. And I only have one other friend besides Chris and Tammy.
Who's that?
Boots.
Boots? Boots? Who's Boots?
Who is Boots? That's a good question. Well, here comes Miss Tammy.
Now, let's see what exactly... What?
Boo! What did I tell you would happen to Boots if you didn't listen to me? What did I tell you would happen to your precious little kitty, huh?
This is
What
Boots?
did I tell you? What did I tell you?
That's Boots? That's Boots?
That's one thing's for sure. I can see that Boo Bradley's not the only man whose fascination with a pussy has led him astray.
The comments of Cactus Jack. We'll be back.
Okay.
Play that last part again.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. This is from Tammy.
Huh?
This is
What
Boots?
did I tell you? What did I tell you?
That's Boots? That's Boots?
That's one thing's for sure. I can see that Boo Bradley's not the only man whose fascination with a pussy has led him astray.
The comments of Cactus Jack. We'll be back.
Oh, okay, Doc. You've been wanting to get at this segment. What do you got?
Okay, so I feel like he came up with that and like, I got to get this in fast before I crack myself up, because he's kind of rushing that at the end, and I don't think Les knew what to say when he was done. Do you agree?
Oh, he was dumbfounded. I mean, I'm sure he didn't. I don't say dumbfounded.
Les is a Stone Cold professional, so he's like the words of Cactus Jack. But
yeah, no, I don't mean dumbfounded. I agree. He kind of was like, wow.
At first it's kind of, did he just say what I thought he said?
Yeah.
Which is why I said
Yeah.
play it again.
Yeah. Les didn't know that was coming. Which again, that's a whole nother topic. The day and age of unscripted promos.
Sure.
Okay, go. What else you got, Doc? This was great.
Yeah, so man, they're rolling out a kitty cat. That is just threatening a small pet is some heelish behavior. No?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
heelish.
I'm not a cat person. But come on, man. You can't throw the kitty in down the well, you know?
yeah, it's heelish, but I mean, at least it's not a monkey committing suicide during a pay-per-view.
That's nice. Or a bear pissing.
Why can we only have one? Why can't we have both?
I don't know.
Dude, that is a line of lines right there. I mean, fascination with pussy has led him astray. It's easy to focus on that line because it's the cheap pop, but it's a great pop. But Cactus is crazy. He's like Charles Manson, but he's out there quoting Casey and the Sunshine Band too, which is hilarious. This is just a really great promo. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that I get it. We're going to say it. You couldn't do this today on Raw. I don't really care. This is a great territory wrestling angle.
I actually think you could do that today because a commonly known name for a kitty cat or a baby cat is a pussy cat. So I actually think you could fool around and get away with that. But they wouldn't do it because it's just fucking just dumb shit that they. I don't know. I don't even have the words. It's just dumb what they do every single week. But this was really in Cactus's words. This is really fascinating when he said this. He's not the only man whose fascination with a pussy has led him astray. This was really good. Harper, you haven't said much yet. What do you have?
Whose cat is that?
Bro.
Boots the cat. And Boots. The name popped me too. Because
Boots, right?
Puss and Boots.
Getting the boots put to you.
Right, that's what I thought. Because you think about getting the boots put to you, and boy, that's one thing pussy will do. It will get the boots.
That's nice.
Am I lying?
No.
And I felt a little sad. Because I had a dog named Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were okay. I thought you were going to say you felt a little sad because they had an animal out there. And I'm going, I can never feel sad again for an animal after watching a monkey, commit suicide.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. I was going to save it for the match, but why not?
Yeah.
All right, so the British Bulldogs brought their little bulldog out, right? And we used to talk about that. Like, man, Harper, you're a manager. You want to be taking care of a dog during a match? No. They're not in on the work, right?
It's a little hard to smarten them up.
Right. You can break kayfabe with an animal, but And so then we've seen bears, which is just never a good. I don't care how you slice the bear, it's not a good idea. The monkey proved to not be a good idea either. And so there's all these different animal possibilities. But Harper, have you ever held a cat that doesn't want to be held?
Bruh, I was thinking the same. I'm sitting there watching that match thinking, when's the cat going to jump out of our arms?
Yeah.
When's it going to jump out? Because he's just a cat. Even if you have a cat like that doesn't care if you pick him up, he doesn't want to sit there.
There's a timer. When you pick up a cat, there's a timer that starts, and every cat's timer is different, but it's not the length of a match.
Right. And I was waiting for that cat to kind of like put me down. I got a leash on me. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, fuck. There's fucking people screaming.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You ever seen a cat get spooked because people are around? Come on, man.
Like that old video. I'm sure y'all seen it. That old. It's probably about as old as this. It's with the guys from like the SPCA, and he has a cat on a leash, and he's on like the local news, and he's like, okay, we got Fluffy here. He's 2 years old. He's up for adoption, and the cat goes crazy. Something spooks it, and it just claws its fucking leg and his fucking nuts.
I've seen it. Yeah, not used.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if this
happen.
I was trying to see if this cat had a leash on it, but it doesn't look like it does, which might even be worse than.
I think that's why she's holding it like she is.
Right, because it doesn't.
Neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Doc. You bring up a very good point. That's a bad situation waiting to happen right there with the goddamn cat.
Because A dog don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know?
Right. But the cat.
A dog is like a dude. Like, let me just
All
put
right,
up with this bullshit
look.
for a little while.
Yeah, if I go out there, they're gonna fucking scratch my tummy and give me one of Harper's dog biscuits.
They gonna give me a reach around, maybe crank me off one. I'll be all right when I get to the back. That's what a dog's thinking.
I can see it may be small, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. A cat sees the next millisecond in front of its face and what it wants.
It's like a broad.
I was gonna let you say that.
Hey, bro, I'll say it. I ain't got no shame.
So I'm just thinking about Tammy's arms because she likes to go bare-armed out there and her sweet chest. And that cat starts getting spooked by these hillbillies. And now she's having to crank down on a cat that forget it, man. So there's a couple of things that I think could be happening here. And I wanted to discuss these with you. One, is the cat declawed?
That's true.
Maybe, but even then, that don't stop them back fucking legs from pulling your ass a new asshole.
That's part of it. And so we've also discussed the slipshod treatment of animals that get brought into the wrestling arena, right?
Right.
Whether it's the bulldogs or a monkey or a snake that, the monkey didn't make it. So do you think in order to pull this off that Boots was drugged with tranquilizers?
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh shit.
Because you gotta do something, man.
Right.
Okay. So that actually might be a good idea within the last few weeks we watched the monkey commit suicide on a pay-per-view.
Right. And look, I've given my dogs sedatives a couple of times for long trips just to ease and it's very controlled and prescribed.
Hey, that shit works.
And it works. And it was a low dosage, very controlled, blah, blah, blah. Backstage at the Ding Dong High School for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling, they just shoved a bunch of
Xanax.
Somebody's Brew Bradley's Soma inside some Meow Mix and threw it down that cat's Boots' poor throat. Boots might think he's on Mars right now.
They probably went digging through their fucking fanny pack and they got I got some Xanax.
Who's holding, guys?
Imagine if Boots got a hold of a Soma. I mean, let's be real, man. It's a wrestling locker room. That's a street pharmacy back there, dude.
Right, and I believe you that it's a street pharmacy. But
man.
The way to then solve the problem in the locker room be to just give the cat one of yours.
Could you see? Harper knows, man. Wrestlers aren't always the most educated personnel on earth. You can see one of them like somebody's back there going, man, we got to make sure this cat doesn't go crazy, man, because cats can go nuts sometimes, and one of the wrestlers is like primetime Brian Lee, and I'm not trying to insult him.
I got it.
Well, if you need something, how about we just give it a half a Soma? He just gave this 3-pound kitten a freaking half a Soma.
Chops it in half and gives the kitty a half, and then takes the other half for himself. Don't mind if I do. They do a little cheers with the Soma back there.
Ah, Jesus Christ! I actually didn't think this segment would go the way it would with the cat, but this is good shit.
Well, it's just so. It's an interesting angle because it's the humanization of Boo here, that he's a borderline special person who's under control, but he's crazy, so he's not sympathetic. Now he's sympathetic. Yeah. And it gives Cactus even more reason to want to save somebody because there's at least one redeeming quality about this guy is that he cares about animals. And who doesn't care about animals?
Right. I mean, even Tony Soprano does.
Right.
The beautiful horse.
So one of the things that I always say is if you don't look, I don't like cats.